top once again. I don't want it if it ain't love. If it ain't, get it away from me. Who you gon' jack if it ain't us? LABB to the bakery. Some mad that I came up. I know my granny gon' pray for me. It was just us in the vacancy. We had to get it from A to B. Wheels never felt like this. 2 seats in the hills, how I feel righteous. Blue sheets for the mills, but the deal priceless. New keys can't care what's still private. I might just double it up. Did it? Never enough, I'm with it. 5, 2, 3 on the business. Whole team got wins and the wheels still spinning. I told them what I told them. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. Hey, I had to tighten the plan. I got it free in the end. Now we on top. Got a spot and it's locked to the click all in. I got ops, if he drop, I just hit my dance. I was pop, they just watched, had to take my wins. They wouldn't let me in. I've been on 10 cents. Who really holding it down? I've been holding it down and I go it again and again. Who was the dummy that died? I'm the coldest around, but he folding again and again. I'm in the what? I'm in the day. I'm doing 30 on 30 and up. You in the what? You in the but it's a what? Keep it running. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. Hey, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on 10.
Another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to picking me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in the even blood across.
They don't know my name, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
One press conference that stands out to me in particular was when I first got to use my buzz from the season to build momentum for a big game we had coming up. More than anything, I hoped showcasing our strengths to the press and fans would also amp up my teammates, and it did. But it turns out they weren't the only ones who were listening.
Tonight, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. Williams now on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Veteran Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers ready to go for drive number 1 along with the rest of this Packer offense.
A lot of people thought the Packers might struggle a bit in 2019, but that was not the case. 13 wins, a trip to the NFC Championship game, and they were led by their quarterback Aaron Rodgers, who led their team to a Super Bowl title after the 2010 season, and many thought that was the first of what would be many more. So precise with the football. 26 touchdown passes last year and just 4 interceptions. He knows how to get it downfield and still take care of it as well.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
The 38-yard line.
Throwing is Rodgers. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. They go back to the ground with Jones. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
3rd down and 7.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's complete to Lewis. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Rodgers now on first down. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
Aaron Rodgers sacked.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Forced out to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
The tackle made by Robert Quinn. Brings up 3rd.
They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Funchess has it complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And it's incomplete.
Rodgers pass.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. The Pro Bowl wideout Devontae Adams, his intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Khalil Mack racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And the 13-year man puts it through, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead.
Packers 3, Bears nothing.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
At their own 25-yard line.
Play action, they'll throw. Flushed out right. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Packers 3, Bears nothing.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Nice gain there by the 2nd-year runner out of Iowa State, David Montgomery, who often finishes his runs moving forward and knocking defenders back. He finished tied with Josh Jacobs for the most carries by a rookie last year. But what the Bears need from him, improve on his 3.7 yards per attempt. If he gets that up into the 4s, look out. He can control a game with his running.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
4-yard line.
That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what?
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
Touchdown.
David Montgomery, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Roquan Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Rodgers now. After the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And he's going to go down again. Robert Quinn, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On 4th down, here's Green Bay's 3rd-year punter, J.K. Scott. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 43. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
40-yard line.
Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route-running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has.
And 8 yards to go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their history.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Roquan Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. From the gun, Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, About 2 out of 3, and this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick, but now if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back to throw now on first down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that gonna be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down.
So, Charles, here we are. Calendar's turned to November. And if you think about great performances that we have seen from this rookie class, like this young quarterback, he's got to be right near the top of the list.
I would agree with that. And as you talk about the calendar turning, when I was in college.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And Lewis has it, the tight end. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where it was the visiting Texans who were able to come away with the road victory. Deshaun Watson, terrific in the win, as his guys upped their mark to 7-4 with the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. 31-13 was the final. And then one more to highlight, Monday Night Football. That'll be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Football you run is done throughout this game. And they find a way to be successful.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time. Packer territory now. Here's first. Now with shotgun handoff, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. It's caught at the 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big pickup of 38.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Cohen. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Chicago.
Cordero Patterson. His 2nd touchdown of the night as the Bears push further out in front. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man in concert.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Now Jones. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
And that's a 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. It's caught by Funchess. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Robert Quinn make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Rodgers under pressure again, and down he goes again. Khalil Mack in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Brings up 4th down.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Packers go for it. Rodgers looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
By the Bears.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's taken down inside the 30. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Bears.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Big Kenny Clark that time, pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy. In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his 2nd drop, indeed, not a good look. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat. It's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First and 10 at the 30.
Here's Rodgers. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
Now 2nd and 6 at the Bears.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Rodgers to throw once more. His throw incomplete.
Rodgers pass.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Rodgers pass.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago.
A gain of
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
Now, what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
They'll run on first down. Montgomery. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Montgomery, and he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game. So another great performance all in all by this rookie quarterback. And we discussed earlier some of his confident comments that he had leading up to this game, but you could say that he has backed up his words this week.
He certainly has, and I know that his teammates, a good number of them, would still say, all right, let's hold our fire a little bit before we play. But at the same time, they're probably looking at him with a little bit of extra respect. He put it out there, and as you noted, he backed it up with his play. I think he's the Offensive Rookie of the Year leading candidate right now. I'm not sure that's any earth-shattering news, but to me, he's playing the best out of all the rookies in this league.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Lambeau, good night, everybody.
Making it to the playoffs is one thing, but that's when the pressure really sets in. Because for us and our fans, there's only one acceptable outcome: a win on Super Bowl Sunday. Losing him was a major blow to our playbook, but we wouldn't find out just how much of an advantage it was to our opponents until we were actually facing them.
Tonight, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. On first down, Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A 7-yard pickup.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
32-yard line.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Raheem Mostert, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the...
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Eddie Jackson brought him down.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
2nd and 1 at their 49-yard line.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Open man is born, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a first down.
49ers.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
So 2nd and 10 at the Bears' 46-yard line.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Complete Gets it to Coleman. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So here are the Bears backed up to start their initial drive. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center. The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
Fred Warner in on the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and
6.
The 8-yard line.
And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15.
That's good for us.
So, Charles, here we are in the playoffs, and this rookie quarterback, likely a front-runner for Offensive Rookie of the Year, but he's not too concerned about that. He was all business with us, saying, I just want to advance to the playoffs.
And what's really nice for him is that it's a home game, which means routine doesn't really get jarred, does it? He can do the same thing he's been doing throughout the regular season. What worked for him, how he will not be, because the playoffs, the pressure cooker is big.
He certainly did play well in the regular season, division title under his belt as a rookie, and you're right. Look, it's nice to have the home fans cheering for you as opposed to having to go on the road and getting those boos. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2, and that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
O'Donnell on to punt for the Bears.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
Greatest show on earth, baby.
And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 21-yard line.
A play fake from Mostert, now Garoppolo. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Robert Quinn. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They begin things in much better field position than their opening drive as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And nothing but daylight ahead.
They ain't ready for us.
Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 62 yards. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to it and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
Good. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0.
49ers nothing. Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
The 49ers.
The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 44, Garoppolo got the connection here to Bourne. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
From the 39, Garoppolo, incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
And 7.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
Well, they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Garoppolo lost the football, and this is picked up by the Bears. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. They'll come out throwing here on first down. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. A good throw right there by the rookie. Charles, if you're looking at things that he needs to do to be successful in the playoffs, what would you say?
I'd say that his team, in designing what they're going to do, play to his strengths. Get him comfortable early. Let him make the kind of throws that are most effective for him. But you'll have to dress it up a little bit differently. Otherwise, they've seen all of this. They've scouted it. So maybe you show the formations a little bit different and get back to your basic plays.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Here's 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. A nice throw there, CD. And, you know, we mentioned him being here in the playoffs. And if you think back to the beginning of the season, he said essentially, this is the most important thing to me. You can put aside all those awards, everything personally. I want to make the playoffs. And he has backed that up.
And you remember when he said it, Brandon, at that time, a lot of people thought he was being awfully brash. They said, wait till he sees NFL defenses. Wait till things change up. Let's see the speed of the game. But let's give him a ton of credit. He has backed it up.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
49ers, nothing.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this carries into the end zone. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
At their own 37-yard line.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
2nd and 9 now. He's going to fire one deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
He's got the hook up to Miller. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. What a good pickup there. 26 yards.
Bears, first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first, it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen.
And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. And it is now 21-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Here's the Bears defense as they head out to set up shop now. And big play last time they were out there. It looked like they might give up points. Instead, they got the fumble recovery, and it led to a touchdown.
And on their side of the field, perfect time to get that done. But you're skeptical about it happening because it appeared that a pretty good drive was occurring. They were able to stop it and take the ball and put it in the other direction.
Turnover, the defense's best friend. A takeaway, the defense's best friend. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
1st down, 49ers.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Complete to Deebo Samuel.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
At the 49-yard line.
This is Mostert. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He was tackled at
this offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
28-yard line.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. That's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
He was covered by Richard.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Open man, there is Patterson, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Cordero Patterson, 42 yards. And the Bears will extend their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle, and it is 28-0.
Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Benjamin on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 24.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
11 on the play. 1st down, San Francisco.
Draw play, Garoppolo gives to Mostert. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
For Dante Pettis.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's caught by Werner, the tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll try it now with Mostert, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Kyle Shanahan an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short, and the Bears will get the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll drop the throw. The connection made. It's Graham. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
That's good.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take a good opportunity at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the... And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And he fields it cleanly. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. He's had quite the turnaround, Charles. At the start of the game, passing game was a little bit of a mess, but he's back on the horse, so to speak.
Love seeing how someone can rebound from a slow start or a tough start. Means that they're strong mentally. They've kind of calmed themselves down. Everyone's rallied around them. Maybe they even changed game planning a little bit in order to make things better for them.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So this, Charles, you think about it, one of those performances that in 15 years you may look back on it and say this was the start of something great.
I would say that's a great analogy, too, because you're always projecting someone's career, and you expect it to turn out a certain way. Winning as a rookie in the playoffs, of course we would think 15 years from now, wow, that could be the start of what we saw, maybe potentially a Hall of Fame career. What a great way for him to get things going. They may not carry him off on their shoulders, but they're thinking about it because of his performance in this one.
They're going to wait till they get to the Super Bowl for that one. Now it looks like he'll throw here. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there of 22. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
Yeah, they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this 4th quarter. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. This is Coleman with a grab. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Now the Bears will fight on another week as we say so long, everybody.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.